Hello and welcome to the live session of on women's cricket. And obviously, in this video, we'll talk about the India squad for the upcoming five-match T20 series in South Africa against South Africa, just ahead of the big T20 World Cup. I think it's a huge series in terms of preparation. And obviously, we'll have to talk about the newly made T20I captain, the all-format captain of New Zealand women, Amelia Kerr. I think lady has taken the captaincy duties very seriously, the way she's batting in last 10-11 innings in T20Is.
Zyada seriously लेना.
Yes, absolutely. But Trisha, let's start with the India squad. Obviously, okay, I will read out the squad first. Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain, Smriti Mandhana, vice captain, Shefali Verma, Jemima Rodriguez, Deepti Sharma, Richa Ghosh, wicketkeeper, Arundhati Reddy, Renuka Thakur, Kranti Gaur, Sri Charani, Shriyanka Patil, Kashvee Gautam, Bharti Fulmali, Uma Chhetri, backup wicketkeeper option, and the debutant that we might see in action, Anushka Sharma. So, Trishadi, good that another top talent, I will say, like Anushka Sharma getting a chance just ahead of the World Cup. You are giving opportunity, but few names are there who are part of the recently happened T20 series in Australia, but certainly they're not the part of this squad. Like the first name, I think Amanjot Kaur. I think very surprising not to see her resting.
I'm quite sure she's rested.
Yeah, the
because
workload management.
you don't have enough pace bowling all round, so there is no way that Amanjot Kaur is out of the squad at any point of time. It will always be workload management.
So in this series, Kashvee Gautam, you are looking at that option like a backup.
In this series, for Kashvee Gautam, this series could
Make or
be the
break.
series where she seals that WC spot. Because with the batting, she in Australia, she has proved quite a bit. And I think, she has proved her reliability. With bowling, there have been some exceptional spells. The problem is it's restricted to spells and not a complete good innings as a bowler. So in T20s, with the T20 World Cup coming up, I feel that for Kashvee, this is the best opportunity. With Amanjot not there, Kashvee will play all the 5 matches. Until unless maybe we are 4-0 up or something of that sort, and then she might
make
be
some
rested.
changes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But two other names like Snehasis, the experience still.
It was expected.
It
The
was
way
expected.
Snehasis was bowling,
Absolutely.
unfortunately, it
The
was.
bowling form, especially.
I mean, Snehasis, the batter is going to make a difference. But the problem is the kind of bowling form that Snehasis is in. Now, if you go back and try to think, can you have Deepti and Sneh both in the team?
Nope.
Especially with the way Sri Charni has improved. You have to have Charni as the bowler. So then that effectiveness of Snehasis goes, which is where I think Shriyanka Patil gets it. Snehasis any day, on paper, probably is a better bowler.
Then Shriyanka.
Yes, but the whole package, if you look at it, then Shriyanka in T20s is your best option. And then with the WPL victory and her contribution, though bowling wise, I would not say that she bowled very well. She was good in patches in different matches. But yes, and one more factor is Shriyanka is much more effective when it comes to left-handers. If you think of the Proteas team as such, they don't have too many left-handed batters. So that is also something that will test Shriyanka. But I do think that this was where it was heading to, especially Snehasis has been out of form for quite some time when it comes to bowling.
Since that Pakistan game in two-day World Cup.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
She did not come for that practice session, and after that, she has not been able to land the ball.
Though some people saw her.
Though some people saw her in that practice session. Yes, of course.
But Trisha, the World Cup is happening in England.
Yeah.
The South Africa pitches are quite similar in terms of bounce and a little bit of swing also with the new ball.
Yes.
So that is why maybe India not going with Vaishnavi Sharma, another left-arm spinner, because you have in Sri Charani.
Also, I think the pace at which Vaishnavi bowls kind of helps the batters. See, Charni has started, and I felt the Australia tour was really something where Charni proved herself. The way she was mixing her pace, the way she was mixing her line and length was absolutely brilliant. Where Vaishnavi was going to not make the cut as such, because then again, where are you going to play Vaishnavi?
So I think it is very hard for her now to make the World Cup squad. Do you think?
It was always like that. I don't think she was going to make the World Cup squad. But yes, the next World Cup, sure.
Yes, obviously. I think in the next cycle, she will be one of the top players to watch out for.
Could be.
Yeah.
Depends on Charni's form.
Yes.
Because I'm not 100% sure how much would you want two left arm spinners. Though obviously they are different bowlers in themselves. But
Even with
then,
the bat, you cannot get anything.
both can't bat. Charni looks like she can.
The intense is there.
The intensity is there. The look is there that I will score the next century. But yes, it is not really.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. She comes out to bat like she will open the batting for India the next day, in the net especially. But yes, she cannot.
Yes. But overall, you are happy with the squad? The options available, especially in the bowling department?
Yes, I would say that you have to try this a lot. Somehow from this World Cup, the ODI World Cup to now, throughout the WPL, bowling has been a little bit of an issue. Yes, the batting in Australia, clearly the batting was an issue. Batters did not perform well, but I thought the bowlers have not been able to adjust and adjust to the conditions, which is where I feel this series is very important. Also, you have to now decide who are your 5-6 bowlers, including the all-rounders.
Yes.
So if Deepti is playing among spinners, you can't have another spin bowling all-rounder. Shriyanka will play as a bowling all-rounder, right? But then again, are you going to have all three in the team? So Deepti, Charni and Shriyanka?
And I think for that, you need Deepti Sharma, the batter, more. The way she batted in the whole Australia
Somebody needs
series.
to remind her that
She can
last
bat.
year she batted like a dream. So which means she can.
Yes.
Now again, why she has forgotten to bat?
Hopefully
is
the
another-
switch gets on just before the World Cup in this season.
Yes, India will need her to do well because, see, for example, Deepti Sharma was your player of the tournament of the World Cup. You won the World Cup. I'm not saying Deepti alone has to perform, but it has always, for example, when we won the 2024 T20 World Cup, if you look back at it, Hardik Pandya played a major role. That's what the all-rounders do. And if your team has someone like Deepti Sharma, you have to bank on her.
Yes.
And if she is coming out and bowling half volleys, if she's bowling predictable line and length, and then the batting, again she has gone back to that sweep shot. Nobody's asking her not to play the sweep shot, but it seems like if you put a fielder in deep mid wicket and stop her that deep mid wicket hoik and the sweep shot, Deepti is again a sitting duck, which cannot happen.
And while you are batting at number 5, number 6, those contribution from the bat is very much needed, especially in T20 format.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, Hardik Pandya's contribution with the bat in 2024.
Correct.
And this recently happened World Cup, men's World Cup. Tilak Verma,
Yes.
when he came out to bat at number 5, number 6. Immense contributions, and that helped India. So I
At
think,
least getting those. I remember that Shubham Dubey two boundaries.
Yes.
At least to get those two aways, you cannot become, you cannot become predictable in T20s because the bowlers and nowadays the videos are so easily available for us. For them also it's available. For the opponents, it's easily available. So you have to keep changing. You have to keep learning. You have to keep adapting. Which is where I think again Deepti needs to start doing that. Though there's very less time left.
Absolutely. One good thing that they stuck with Bharti Fulmali, though she has not managed that much of chance, but maybe as a backup.
Yes, I mean there is no reason to drop her because you have not played her only. So what exactly would be your reason to drop
she
her?
is going to the World Cup also, you are saying.
No, I don't think so. I think Amanjot Kaur will come in.
Amanjot Kaur, I'm sure. Okay, one question before we go to South Africa, to discuss about their performance in recent games despite having top team. G. Kamalini was injured. She missed the Australia tour. She is back. She's playing well. She scored something 150 plus, if I'm not wrong, in a domestic game recently. But she is not in the squad. So what is the thought process behind her selection? She got the debut, she played, she got injured, she got dropped because she was earlier named for the Australia tour.
Yeah.
And then while she's back, she's playing well, she's scoring runs, she's not being picked. Uma Chhetri is a backup wicketkeeper. So what is the whole thought process behind that for you?
I think probably. I don't know. I mean,
I think for the new cycle you are thinking
so
again.
then, yeah, exactly. I think G. Kamalini, again for Mumbai Indians, G. Kamalini had quite a horrendous run. to start off, and then she was injured and out. So I think that is where Kamalini has gone a little bit behind Uma Chetri in the pecking order. But of course, if she keeps playing this way, then in the next cycle, I'm sure we'll see her as a backup wicket keeper along with Richa Ghosh.
You fancy this team to defeat South Africa in South Africa? Because South Africa has not looked that good.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, South Africa is a very, very inconsistent.
What is wrong with them?
Consistency. If they get down from the left side of the bed, they don't perform well. If they get down from the right side of the bed, they perform well. So it is that sort of a. They have a wonderful batting lineup. Bowling lineup, I feel without Marizanne Kapp will always be weak. Again, as far as spinners are concerned, there's a bit of. But also, with South Africa, I think the last game I was watching, at one end, Reneke is batting, and at the other end, Malaba is batting. If I am Reneke, I'm not going to give the strike to Malaba the second ball of the over. That game awareness is missing. And that has to be much, much better. I still think it's a lot about Wolvaardt playing the longest innings, which is not the role that Wolvaardt has in her mind. Because you can clearly see that she has changed the gear. From opening, she has come at
Number 3.
She has given Sunelu that position and asked Sunelu to play that anchor role or the anchorish role till the 11th, 12th over. And Sunelu then goes after the bowlers. If you get out, you get out. But as far as Wolvaardt is concerned, she comes out and plays her shots and she's doing quite well. But that game is a very high risk game. She's ought to get out on 0s, 10s, 15s, and once that happens, it's not like they don't have the firepower. It's the lack of application and the lack of, I would say.
I think they have the most explosive middle order.
Oh yes.
If you think
is in full form.
So Marizanne Kapp, any direction, and Nathan de Klerk.
Even with Marizanne Kapp not being there,
Yes.
it shouldn't be a problem because
Reneke
is also there. Who can hit 9 ball 28, 29 one day,
Easily.
and then you're just taking singles. So I think it is more lack of game awareness, as I said. Their strength and conditioning coach is working very hard with them. I think there should be a sports psychologist as well.
Yes, hopefully. But as you mentioned, that Laura Wolvaardt might be, struggling a bit at number 3. But
I don't think she's struggling. I think it's a change of playing style. So
I think she needs some more time to get settled.
No, change of playing style will do that. Like with Shafali Verma.
Yep.
While you want her to be more consistent, but you also know she's not going to get 40s every match because she's going to go after every single delivery. She will get out. That's the same thing that if Laura Wolvaardt today does not take time to settle in and starts hitting the ball from ball 1, there will be matches when she'll score only 10-15. But in say 5 balls, and she's getting out. So that you have to accept. And there is enough firepower in that batting lineup. South Africa, unfortunately, is coming close but not winning tournaments because Marizanne Kapp, the bowler nowadays, in important matches has not turned up. If you see WPL final, if you see the final of the ODI World Cup, which suits us, we won the World Cup.
Yes.
But she did not turn up there. In WPL final, she did not turn up. And that is becoming a problem for the team which has Marizanne Kapp because Marizanne Kapp is your leading bowler. For South Africa, who else will provide you with those
the
wickets?
new ball, the wickets.
Absolutely.
Because with Ayabonga Khaka, you cannot expect consistency.
Ayabonga Khaka cannot be consistent with her line and length.
That's the point. Okay, but as you mentioned, maybe Laura Wolvaardt taking some time, but another captain, New Zealand captain, Amelia Kerr, at number 3, I think she is doing wonders. I think the way she is batting, scoring 30 plus runs, I think she is the first woman now, scoring 30 plus runs in the last 10 innings.
Yeah.
I think she has been superb. So what is your thought about Amelia Kerr's batting? Last year we were talking that she has struggling with the bat for the last 1.5 years, and now what a start she has now.
Yeah, I think what White Ferns has now done is very unfair to the rest of the teams. A sleeping Amelia Kerr has been woken up. You give her captaincy and she's suddenly like, I will bat, I will bowl, I will do
It's like
everything.
that the button Virat Kohli had
And
that.
just now Divya hit her head in our office shelf. That's what has happened to every single team. Suddenly Amelia Kerr has woken up and said, I will do everything. So she's scoring and she's batting beautifully. That's the point. Sublime batting, correct order.
Yes.
She's coming at 3. I was a little worried when she was opening the innings against Zimbabwe. While against Zimbabwe, she scored a century, but it's Zimbabwe at the end of the day. In another 10 years, maybe they'll have a competitive side. Right now, they don't. So, then she came at number 3. Plimmer and Isabel Gaze is opening. It's suiting her absolutely well.
And if you see the last 100, first of all, it is against South Africa, top quality side. And 55 ball 100, if I'm not wrong, 105 or something she scored. But after scoring the first 50, the next 50 came in just 17 or 18 balls. I think no one expect Amelia Kerr to be that much of aggressive the way she bats generally. So whatever we have seen so far, all over the years.
What I feel is it has got a bit to do with the whole mindset. As a captain, I feel the mindset must have changed. That this is a young team. Yes, Sophie Devine is there.
She needs to lead from the front.
But exactly. And when you are trying to lead from the front, you have to set the example. And you can set an example only when you have runs under your belt. Until unless that happens as a captain, you are not really leading by example. I think that is what Amelia Kerr wants. She wants that dressing room she wants to win over the respect of the dressing room. And if you have to do that, the best way to do it is scoring runs, getting wickets. That's what she's doing.
Absolutely. The defending champions, White Ferns, are gearing up properly just before the World Cup. Do you expect them to be again, dominant force?
If I go by my prediction last time, the way I had embarrassed
don't
myself.
Remember that
yes,
thing.
You and I had really said that White Ferns don't even have a good team. The entire year they haven't
First
even
game
won
we lost against them.
Yeah, because they did not even have before defeating India.
I think they lost consecutive 10 or 11 games.
Out of 15 T20Is in that entire year, they had won 1. And then the next one they win is against India in the World Cup.
That winning momentum.
Continue that winning momentum, wins the cup and goes. So you never know, but I also think it won't be easy this time because Dubai pitches, spinners like
very suited to Amelia Kerr.
No, who was that off spinner?
Oh, Eden Carson.
Eden Carson. For example, Eden Carson won't be that useful. But then again, someone like Jess Kerr, I think the entire Kerr family has come to take revenge for White Ferns.
Whole family waking up.
The whole family waking up. Jess Kerr is bowling those slowers beautifully, Jess Kerr has those slower ones. Arundhati has those slower ones.
Lauren Bell
has those slower ones. I think still... White Ferns, with the way Amelia Kerr is batting, will definitely go to the top 4. Their bowling is a bit dicey as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. So let's see how India does when they travel to South Africa and play those important 5 T20Is, because it is going to be very, very crucial in terms of getting prepared for the upcoming T20 World Cup. So thank you, Trisha. Thank you for joining in, and please follow Revsportz for all the latest updates. Thank you.